Hey YouTube fans, this is Ken with MacGyver_me. Today we're going to be going over another window tint job on an '06 Trailblazer. I do these videos just to kind of give you guys out there, if you ever want to attempt to do your own window tint, on how to do it, the application. I've done some already and that I posted on this channel, and I'll continue doing more as the windows change. Meaning different years, manufacturers and models of vehicles, the way they build these cars, the door glass, the application is different. So stay tuned. I'll go over how to do the door glasses on this particular vehicle. Yeah, so here we have it. If you look at the from the outside of the vehicle in, you can see that you have the inside molding, which comes pretty far in compared to the outside. So like on other vehicles, I kind of do like what they call a tint shift, where I would try and get the tint to come all the way into the back channel. But that's kind of a lot of tint to try to get from here to here and keep the tint clean, and to also get it back there without wrinkling. So on this particular vehicle, I'll show you, but we're going to cut straight down this particular rubber on the outside. If you look on the front, oops, sorry, my apologies. The front's the same. If you look at the inside molding compared to the outside, I'll cut this just the same, straight down, and I'll align the window tint when I put it on to basically go on the inside of here and also the back side, like I showed you before. And if you notice, we have kind of a large inner panel with a door panel that we got to get the tint behind. Those can kind of be a bear without getting it creased or getting dirt in the tint. But I will also show you how to do that, so stay tuned. I'm going to go ahead and cut it. But let me go to the back. So this is pre-tinted from the factory. I call it an 18%. This guy here is wanting to bring it up to limo, so I put another layer of 18 on it, and that'll pretty much blacken it out. But on this one here, you can't see from the outside to see the inner part of the molding. So I will. It's basically like the front. It has wide edges on the inside, and then so let me open the car door here. So one of the things that we look at on these newer cars is what we call the matrix, and that's this black part up in here. So on the outside, we can just go a little bit beyond that and be able to put the window tint in here, so you don't have any light leaks. And so, like I said, these inner panels for the door itself, I'll cut it on the outside and I'll do the application. I'll show you how that's done. The same goes for the quarter glasses. It has that matrix as well, and I'll just tint right beyond that and just tint these glasses as well. So these are the easier ones, so stay tuned. Also, we're going to be doing a back glass. You're going to see how I do that, but if you look at it from the side, you can see it's pretty concave the way it curves. So we got to shrink this piece of tint to this back glass to get it to take shape for a nice easy install. But we have to shrink this. It's concave, meaning it curves both left and right, up and down. So we're going to have quite a few bubbles in this, or fingers, like I mentioned in other videos. You'll see this as well, so stay tuned. All right, I got the piece of tint on here. On this particular one, I'm going to head and lock it in place. And I'll take and always snap a new blade. One click out. I'll take it, pull it back a little bit, put my finger up on the edge of that rubber, and I'll just follow that down. And always pull away. Also, over here, we're going to do the same straight cut. Push it up against that molded, and then cut straight up. Peel away on the bottom. And I always trim my excess. Remember that on the other videos? And I'll do the same, one click out, and then trim the bottom. You got to be careful. Some of these windows are automatic roll down, meaning once you hit the down button, it can just continue going all the way down by itself. So I do the tap the button so it just kind of jerks it down. Almost wanted to take off on me. I don't know if you caught that. So I normally start at this corner here, couple clicks out, and I'll ride that edge of the glass all the way around. There's a little radius on the back side over here. Alright, I'll put it on the board, trim it up, and do the install. Like I said, I can't stress how important it is that we make sure everything that we're working with is clean. I always squeegee down my glass that I cut on, and then I peel my tin on. This looked like it was pretty dirty. I had a guy in here doing some welding, so there's a lot of dust in here, so I'm going to do it twice. Window tint, again, this is one of the most important parts of window tint. Keeping everything clean. And just like the other videos, I square everything up on the board. Have it. Now for the install. Alright, get the window down. Like I said, always take a nice clean lint-free cloth and wipe the top edge of that glass. Working flow, whenever it goes up, must come down. That's including dirt and dust. Never hit this upper part of the window jamb. I'll mist it again. I'll squeegee from the top down. And I'll squirt also clean the window down in the jamb from the top all the way down. Same thing in the front. I'll make sure I hose this piece of door molding or door panel down because I don't want any, if that happens, the window tint happens to touch this, I don't want dirt to get on the tint. So I'll hold that down as well. Mist it down. I'll start in the back. Get my edge down. Back here. across the top first. And I'll take my white card, wrap the towel around it, squeeze it up, just to lock that top in. Lock it down. I'll take my pink little chiseler and I'll run it down the edges over here. Also over here. Nice and wet behind here so I can tuck it behind the door panel. I'll take my pink little chiseler and take it all the way down in the front and in the back. Sometimes I have a little angle with a chisel squeegee. This is rubber on the bottom. To get down in the deeper part here where my squeegee comes in. Once again, get your card, wrap the towel around it, send in your card to the bottom part of the tint. Wipe the door panel down nice and clean. Wipe the outside. And what I'll do a lot of times is, after I'm done tinting it, I'll go back with glass cleaner, clean any streaks or anything on the outside and the inside, so it looks nice and pretty when the customer picks up his vehicle. But that concludes doing the door glass on this 06 Trailblazer. So stay tuned for the rest of it. Okay, for this quarter glass, this vent shade's in the way for me getting up to the very top. So what I'm going to do is, I have a straight edge on the tint on this side. I'll take it on up where I can see up there. Line it up with the edge over here. And I'll lock it in. Trim the bottom. I'll take one of my lights. Like I said, always snap a new blade. I'll get up as far as I can in here. I'm gonna cut this excess off real quick. Get it out of the way. And then I'll just cut this right on the edge of that matrix line that I was telling you about. You gotta look inside to make sure you can see how much to compensate for your overlap. So what I'm going to do is I'll take this off and transfer it to the inside. I'm not sticking it, but I want to be able to get this top radius up here. So I'm going to put it on the inside, line everything up, and kind of trace it and kind of score it, and then put it on the board and do the final cut. This part is going to be probably hard for you to see because of the window tint that's already on this vehicle from the factory. Okay, I'll lock it in. So what I'll do is I'll take the back part of my knife up on the tip, and I'll ride this rubber edge up here on the tip, and that'll kind of give me a score line. See what I mean? Up here. And I'll just trim that on the board. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is put my tent backwards on here. And I'm gonna put this piece, which normally goes like this on the outside of the window, and I'm gonna put it, being that this one's flipped inside out, it'll allow me to do a double cut. So I can, while I'm doing this, I'll already cut my other side, because these windows are pretty much exact. Okay. So take your straight edge, just go straight down it. Just like that. Across the top. Then I'll follow this trace mark that I had here, or a score line I should say. Then I'll freehand cut that edge. Then I'll just use this on the straight line on the bottom. And there you have it, double cut. So I have this one for this side, and I have this one for the other side. And as usual, make sure everything's clean. So I'll mist it down, and I'll take my edge of my squeegee, start at the very top, squeegee all the way down, and I'll come up the other side Making sure not to touch anything along the edges, so that everything comes out really nice and clean. Then I'll just hose this side down. Now for the install. I never try to touch the tint on the adhesive side. Use my claw, lint free. Oops. All right, there you have it. Okay, set the straight edge to the bottom down here. Lock it in. And just like the front, I'm going to just cut straight on both sides of this, so I don't have to side shift anything, because the molding is a little bit larger on the inside. So I'll tap this window down. Okay, this has a radius on this top side over here and a straight over on this side, so I'll just finally cut this straight edge and then just cut on the edge of the glass around the radius. And I'll cut the rest on the board and do the install. Stay tuned. Clean this edge up over here. Straight across the top. I'll make a little radius here. And I'll finalize this radius. Alright, stay tuned for the install. Okay, overemphasizing once again, make sure you clean from the top down. Take your rag, lint free, clean the top part of that glass. You don't want none of that dirt and grime that was up in this rubber molding. It will transfer to the glass, so just clean that edge really good. Mist it real quick. Squeeze across the top. Everything from the top down. Everything from the top down. Mist the whole window. Slide one edge in first. Get your other end laid down. Slide that back inside. off the top, down the sides. Take your towel once again, wrap it around your card, squeegee up and over. Take your little chiseler down the sides, the top over here down, roll it up, closing it down. I like to get these corners a little wet so it slides in the behind the rubber a little better. Chiseler again down the side, get behind the rubber better. Hard card it. Wipe everything down. Like I said, I'll clean this up after again with some ammonia-free, acetone-free window cleaner, window tint cleaner. All right, make sure, that's a must, that you do not use anything that has acetones or ammonias in it. It will break the hard coat down that's on the film. All right, stay tuned for the next one. Thanks for watching. All right, guys, I powered up the back window. Put a little water there just so it holds the tint up there.
That noise in the background is my buddy welding.
So what I'll do is I'll do a rough cut around here. And grab the light. Water on the end. Use my hard card to bring it all the way across. Same thing with this side. So as you can see, I got a lot of shrinking to do with all these bubbles. So. Okay, got my gloves on so I don't burn myself, got the heat gun, and we'll start shrinking this bad boy. Remember what I said, you only can shrink the top and the bottom, you cannot shrink the sides. So, we'll start in the middle here. you want to split your big one like this. It wides out. You want to split it. I try to work some of these small ones around to the bottom. Do the top, same way. See how big these are? Comes all the way down to here. Alright, I went ahead and finished up the shrinking. So I go back and I lift down the window, roll the tin out to the shape, then I squeegee off to the side, everything up. See how all those disappeared? Same thing on the bottom. See all that disappeared? How you know you got it right. Same thing on this side. Let it roll out. Everything down. Everything out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it. I'm going to close this door for a minute. So as you can see, I have a whole lot of room around here. I don't really have anything stopping me except for around these defroster line connectors and around here and on the handle. So snap a new blade always. A couple little stragglers that I want to get off. Lay down so that my install goes nice and smooth. Clean the inside. I use this 4/0 brittle pads. I normally take about half of one of these. This is safe to use on defroster back windows and the factory tint. Scrub it down really good. Again, make sure you squeeze it from the top down. Close off these contact points. Mix the whole window down. Fill your tint and then stick it. Everything's even, covered. Mix it down. Squeegee from the center out.
I apologize for not having the camera facing a little bit more upward so that you can see how I was squeegeeing on the window tint.
Center going down. Hard everything. Get all the junk out or the water out of it the best you can. You know, from the sides. And then down. All right, clean it all up, and that's a wrap for this vehicle.